weakness that we know that companies have, which if you are having it, you really need to come to this training, is they get monitoring procedures, corrective action, control measures, and verification procedures all mixed up. There is a way that you write it. Each of them is defined, and companies do not always understand how to write them. This is something that we cover in the training. Companies do not understand how to justify their hazards and their risk classification. This again is a gray area. So just mentioning all of these things, you will realize that risk assessment is not for the faint-hearted or the poorly trained. It is for those who have a strong and solid, robust understanding of what is required in order to properly implement and, more importantly, maintain what is provided and developed. Some of you might have consultants and you think it's for your consultants alone to create. You cannot evaluate and maintain what the consultants have created if you do not understand how to evaluate their product. And I had this experience recently with a company. They paid a consultant a lot of money. The consultant created what he thought was a good risk assessment. Because they were not properly trained and their training was minimal, in some cases, members of their team did not receive any training at all in risk assessment. The company was not able to properly assess what the consultant provided as the risk assessment. And I can tell you from evaluation of it, it was less than stellar. Had they been properly trained, had they attended and practiced writing a risk assessment, then they could really evaluate what the consultant provided and be able to ask for more and an enhancement of what they received. So this is not only for persons creating risk assessment. Even if you have a consultant, you will need this training because you are required to own it, to own your risk assessment, to maintain your risk assessment, and to constantly update and change and adjust your risk assessment based on empirical, scientific, and logical information, not based on your personal perceptions. So I encourage all persons who are exporting, all persons who are thinking of exporting, all persons who are servicing international franchises, especially those in the food and beverage sector. So you may be servicing KFC, Pizza Hut, Popeyes, Churches, Subway, you know them, all of them, even though they're locally here, you are supplying ingredients to them. You will be required to do a risk-based type of food safety management system, and risk assessment is built in. I'm encouraging all those persons to participate in the risk assessment training. Upskill your staff, upgrade your food safety management team, upgrade your HACCP team, and you will see the rewards when your markets can be expanded and your international clientele can be very happy with your food safety management practices. Thank you.